Hello team. Last week I brought you a couple of videos on how you could increase the intensity of some dumbbell movements if you were limited to only a light set of dumbbells but you wanted to make them feel a little bit heavier. So I thought this week I would bring you some other videos where if you don't have dumbbells, how can you make some bodyweight exercises a little bit harder. And I've showed you some strategies in the past, but the strategy I'm going to focus on today for increasing the intensity of a bodyweight workout is to switch from a bilateral version of a workout, which would be using two limbs, to a unilateral version of a workout where you're only using one limb at a time. And the focus I'm going to have on today's video is taking a bilateral squat, which is a squat as most of you know, and turning that into a squat on one leg. So there's two different ways to do that. There's actually a few ways to do it, but I'm going to focus on two. One is a skater squat and one's a pistol squat. And today I'm going to show you all about skater squats, and in tomorrow's video I'll show you all about pistol squats. So let's say you can do a bodyweight squat and you can do a whole bunch of them in a row and you find that the challenge just isn't enough, but you don't have weights to add to it. So we can do a skater squat instead, but let's say a skater squat is way too hard. So, you know, bodyweight squats are here, skater squats are way up here. How do we get to there? So I'll start with some regressions and show you how to build towards it. So what I like to do for skater squats is start with a decreased range of motion, and I like to use a bit of a cue for range of motion by using a couple of yoga blocks. Now you don't need yoga blocks at home. You can stack some books on top of each other, you can stack up a bunch of cans of food, use a foam roller if you've got a short one, whatever. But the point is you need something that you can stack in front of you to about your knee height. So I'm going to stack these two yoga blocks, one on top of the other, lengthwise here. You can see lengthwise here. And then I'm going to stand in front on just one leg. So I'm going to stand on my left leg and I'm going to bend my right knee and bring my right foot up behind me. And then I'm going to think like I'm doing a squat, and that means I'm going to keep my chest high and my back neutral, and I'm just going to bend at the left knee until I can tap the top of those yoga blocks. Great, so we practice those. Let's say we can do 10 or 12 of those and it's no problem, and we want to make it a little bit harder. So the easiest way to do that is just increase our range of motion. So instead of stacking my yoga blocks here, I'm going to stack them here. And now I'm bringing the height that I'm trying to get down to about mid-shin. Again, I'm going to stand just behind the yoga blocks. I'll go on my left leg, right leg's bent behind me, and I'm just going to reach down and tap those with my right hand. And again, I'm trying to keep the chest high and spine neutral. So again, let's say I can get to 10 or 12 of those. Not too bad. I want to increase the difficulty even more. Then I'll do a full skater squat. And a full skater squat, we don't have to tap the ground with our hand. We're actually going to try and tap the ground with our back knee without letting our back foot touch the ground. So it'll look something like this. And again, if you can get to 10 or 12 of those, well, good for you, because that's going to bring the intensity way, way up. So give those a try and work on your progressions, and then check back tomorrow for some ways you can apply the same principle to pistol squats instead of skater squats.